Tech influencer Lamarr Wilson passed away at the age of 48, leaving behind a stunned digital community and a heartbroken family who confirmed his death. On December 13, known to millions simply as the friendly face behind countless tech reviews, unboxings, and thoughtful commentary, Wilson's passing marked a profound loss not only for those who loved him personally, but also for the vast audience that had grown to trust his voice, his curiosity, and his authenticity over nearly 2 decades of online creation. While his influence spanned platforms and generations, the news of his death carried a heavy weight, especially as it became clear that behind the success and recognition, he had been quietly battling struggles that ultimately claimed his life. Wilson passed away at his residence on November 21, nearly a month before the public confirmation from his family. According to public records from the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's Office, the cause of death was determined to be suicide. The revelation sent shockwaves through the tech and creator communities, where Wilson was widely regarded as a consistent, positive presence, someone who approached innovation not just with excitement, but with a sense of responsibility to educate, inform, and uplift. For many fans, the news was especially difficult to process because Wilson had recently appeared to be in a strong and hopeful place, openly sharing personal growth, renewed discipline, and optimism about the future. Loved ones confirmed his passing in a Facebook post shared on Saturday, December 13, using deeply emotional language to reflect both the pain of their loss and the pride they felt in Wilson's accomplishments. The family's statement acknowledged the devastation they were experiencing, describing their grief as overwhelming and difficult to put into words. They spoke not only about the tragedy of his death, but also about the passion that had driven Lamarr throughout his life, his love for technology, storytelling, and the digital platforms that allowed him to reach people around the world. It is with deep feelings of hurt, pain that the family of Lamarr Wilson would like to make this statement regarding our beloved family member Lamarr Wilson passing and what he aspired to become with YouTube, Google, and all his social media platforms he loved working with. The statement read, "The message underscored how deeply intertwined Wilson's identity was with his work, not as a pursuit of fame, but as a genuine calling. For him, technology was not just about devices or specs. It was about access, education, and empowerment, particularly for people who might otherwise feel overwhelmed or excluded by rapid innovation." Over the years, Wilson became widely known as the Unboxing Guy, a nickname that reflected both his signature style and his ability to turn simple product reviews into engaging, informative experiences. His videos often blended enthusiasm with clarity, breaking down complex technology into understandable, relatable insights. But his content extended far beyond unboxings alone. Wilson regularly shared knowledge across tech, gaming, and entertainment, positioning himself as a trusted guide in a constantly evolving digital landscape. His approachable demeanor made viewers feel as though they were learning alongside a friend, rather than being talked down to by an expert. Within his own family, Wilson's role was just as significant. The statement described him as the go-to member of the Wilson family, someone relied upon for guidance, problem-solving, and emotional support. That description painted a picture of a man who carried responsibility not only in his career but also in his personal life, often placing others' needs alongside or even ahead of his own. For many who followed him online, this revelation added another layer of sadness, highlighting the unseen weight he may have been carrying behind the scenes at the time of his passing. Wilson's career was still gaining momentum. His family revealed that he had recently been appointed as a judge for the upcoming SEAS Innovation Awards, scheduled for January 4, 2026, at the Mandalay Bay Convention Center in Las Vegas. The appointment was a testament to his credibility and influence within the tech industry, reflecting years of consistent work, trust building, and professional respect. For Wilson, being selected as a judge was not just an honor, it was validation that his voice mattered at the highest levels of technological innovation. Before relocating to Los Angeles, Wilson had dedicated a significant portion of his life to education. He worked as a tech educator in Chicago and Milwaukee public schools, using his IT skills to support staff and students alike. In these roles, he wasn't merely teaching technical skills. He was opening doors for young people who might not otherwise see themselves reflected in the tech world. His family emphasized how important this chapter of his life was, noting that his commitment to education laid the foundation for everything that followed. Lamarr Wilson ultimately made the bold decision to move to Los Angeles, recognizing that to fully expand his skills and career, he needed to place himself at the center of the digital media and tech industries. It was a risk, but one that paid off in many ways. In Los Angeles, he grew into the tech personality that millions would come to recognize, collaborating with major brands and evolving his content to match the changing ways people consumed media. Yet even as his reach expanded, Wilson maintained a sense of humility and gratitude, often acknowledging how fortunate he felt to do work he genuinely loved. His family shared that at the time of his death, Wilson had numerous projects in development, with many already scheduled or contracted with various tech and media companies seeking his expertise. These opportunities represented not just financial success, but creative fulfillment chances for Wilson to continue building a portfolio that reflected his growth, versatility, and impact. According to his loved ones, he had spoken openly about these accomplishments on social media, expressing pride in how far he had come and excitement for what lay ahead. Despite the outward signs of success, Wilson's family admitted they were left completely heartbroken by his passing. Their grief was compounded by the knowledge of how much more he had planned to do, how many people he was still mentoring, and how many ideas he had yet to bring to life. They expressed deep appreciation for his management team, agents, and the fans who supported him throughout his career, emphasizing that Lamarr valued those relationships deeply and took his role as a mentor seriously. Wilson first launched his YouTube channel in 2008, long before content creation became a mainstream career path. In those early years, building an audience required patience, consistency, and a genuine love for the craft qualities that Wilson embodied from the start. As platforms evolved, so did he. In 2021, he transitioned more heavily into short-form vertical videos, recognizing the shift in how audiences engaged with content. His adaptability allowed him to remain relevant in an industry where many early creators struggled to keep pace. One of the standout moments in Wilson's career came in 2013, when he appeared alongside Star Trek alum George Takei on Takei's Take. During an episode, the two reviewed Google Glass, offering commentary that balanced curiosity with critical insight. The collaboration resonated with viewers and critics alike, ultimately earning them a Webby Award the following year. For Wilson, the recognition was another milestone, proof that his voice could stand alongside established cultural figures while still feeling authentic and grounded. Throughout his career, Wilson collaborated with major brands including Xbox, Apple, and Nintendo. These partnerships reflected not only his popularity, but also the trust companies placed in his ability to communicate honestly with consumers. Unlike influencers who simply promoted products, Wilson was known for providing balanced perspectives, highlighting both strengths and limitations. That integrity was a key reason audiences continued to return to his content year after year. Wilson's last post on both Instagram and TikTok was shared on November 12, when he released his holiday tech gift guide. The video felt like a familiar offering, helpful, upbeat, and focused on making technology accessible during a season often associated with stress and spending. For many fans, revisiting that post after news of his death felt surreal. A reminder of how quickly circumstances can change and how easily pain can remain hidden behind a smile.